You really thought I wouldn't notice Apple? The #1 Apple YouTuber wouldn't see what you've been scheming with the Apple Watch Series 8? Well, I'll say this, it takes a schemer to know a schemer, and we're gonna do some scheming. Yo, what's up guys? It's Sam Cole here. Welcome back to another video. Hey, you know me, I'm calm, cool, and collected. I'm as tranquil as the waters of the Nile most of the time. Not today, because we're starting off with the Apple Watch Series 8. And man, Apple, they were up to something, okay? And nobody realized what they were up to, but now it all makes sense, okay? My mother had now I'm just the Joker, okay? So the Apple Watch Series 8 we've been talking about for a while, how there are going to be 3 new models, including a new SE, standard version, and even a Explorer edition that has the squared off edges. This is what you're seeing on screen now. It's the one that leaked last year, but it's actually coming this year. And I have to say that was pretty smart on Apple's part, right? 3 new models, lots to look at, a lot of information to take in for the Apple Watch. The biggest upgrade in years, right? Sure, that's what I thought until I saw this new report. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman was curious though and said, well, what about the chip inside? What is Apple gonna put inside to power the Apple Watch Series 8? And hey, you guys are smart, so I bet you can figure this out. The answer is the S8 chip, which is of course faster and better in every way than the S7 before it, right? I mean, that's what we would be led to believe if you just look at the history of the Apple Watch, for example. I mean, every year in the Apple Watch's history, we've gotten a new S series chip, ranging from the S1 to now the newest S7. And every year we're getting some at least minor processing improvements, correct? Well, wait a second, I'm actually looking a little bit closer here, and it looks like there's been a few exceptions to this. First of all, in 2019 with the Apple Watch Series 5, that actually had an S5 chip inside, but we found out that the performance was actually identical to the S4 chip. The only reason Apple called it the S5 was because they put a compass in the package. And wait, jumping ahead just 2 years to the 2021 Apple Watch, that has the S7 chip, but it turns out again that that's actually the exact same as the S6 chip before it. Again, the performance is identical. So now we're on to the S8 chip, and we're hearing that it's going to be the exact same as the S7. But remember guys, we just talked about how the S7 was the exact same as the S6. Do you see where I'm going with this? And you know, I don't want to make any crazy accusations here or say anything nutso, but I will be a bit nutso, because if you start doing the numbers here, it looks like the 2022 Apple Watch is going to have the exact same performance and be a very similar watch in a lot of ways to the 2020 Apple Watch.
But Sam, it's just a chip, man, right? Like, the Apple Watch isn't even slow. Are you really complaining that the Apple Watch needs to be faster?
And at first my answer was no, and then I started to think more about the watch and how tasks do take longer there than on my iPhone. I'm not asking for Apple to put an A15 chip in my Apple Watch, but something faster than 2020, yeah, I think that's fair. Well, it's also that the same chip from 2020 in a 2022 watch also means that the battery life is going to be the exact same as a 2-year-old watch. You know how the Apple Watch has consistently been 18 hours of battery? Why has that never changed since the beginning? 2 reasons. Number 1, the watch is tiny. You can only fit so large of a battery in a body this small. And number 2, it's the fact that the processor multiple times now will have been the same as the year before. See, the reason this is a problem is because we've seen how Apple Silicon is so great on the Mac and even in the iPhone, how Apple is doing these insane battery life claims because of optimizations with the processor. But the Apple Watch, still 18 hours. Guys, we're gonna be on the 8th generation Apple Watch and the same 18-hour battery life. Could you imagine if the iPhone 14 had the same battery life as the iPhone 6? Because sure, the Apple Watch Series 8 is gonna be fast enough in 2022, but what about when it starts to slow down years from now because Apple hasn't been improving the silicon? Something's up here, and I feel like nobody's been talking about it. And I get it, right? Looking at the big picture for the Apple Watch Series 8, it's not gonna make it a bad product or not good. It's just gonna make it in a lot of ways the same fundamental product as last year, which was the same fundamental product as the year before, which was the same fundamental product as the year before that. And while a lot of people want to say the same thing is true for the iPhone, it just isn't. In the past 3 years of the iPhone, we got Pro iPhones with different materials, triple cameras, processor and battery improvements, and all new design on the iPhone 12 with 5G and upgraded cameras, and then Pro Motion and a smaller notch in addition to camera upgrades again on the 13. On the Apple Watch Series 5, we got an always-on display. The Series 6 was a faster processor and blood oxygen monitoring, and the Series 7 was a larger screen. Those are the upgrades for 3 years of the Apple Watch. Why is this? Well, it's because there's no competition for the Apple Watch. Apple has to keep trying harder for the Macs and their iPads and the iPhones because there's quite a bit of competition out there. But the watch, name a competitor, name a real competitor to the most popular watch in the world. There isn't truly one. Sure, Samsung makes some, sure others make them, and they're okay watches, but nothing truly compares to this. This is just the best on the market by a long shot. And let me be clear, like if the cheapest SE watch didn't get a new chip, yeah, that's fair because it's the lowest end model. I'm talking about the flagship, the expensive watch not getting a new chip now 3 times out of 8 years and now 2 years in a row. That's ridiculous. I'm heated about this. It makes me angry, okay? While I'm heated up, we might as well move on to the next story, which is about the Apple TV. Oh my God, the Apple TV. Oh, I was wondering when it was gonna come out. Thank God you're the #1 Apple TV leak and rumor YouTuber out there. Yeah, I am, and I'm here to tell you today that they're not only working on a new version with yet another fresh remote that will likely have Find My integration. Yay, that's great. We love Find My. Cool, the remote's gonna be better. What about the TV itself? Well, guys, the TV is gonna have an A14 chip on the inside and an extra gigabyte of RAM. What's happening? Oh, it's just that my world is shaking because this is so amazing and everything I know is just turning upside down. Hey guys, what are we doing with the Apple TV? Are we just gonna keep putting like a slightly faster chip in here every single year? Are we just gonna not do anything interesting with the device or redesign it in any way? We're just gonna keep having it look like it did in 2015 forever. I guess at this point, Apple's just trying to make the $180 price tag of the Apple TV look even funnier. They're just gonna make it look the exact same. Like we've been talking about processors a lot in this video, and I think it's very important, but my point with the Apple TV is that a processor is not going to save it, okay? You could put an A77 processor in the Apple TV, and it still wouldn't be worth $180 to most people. Because people don't want an Apple TV with an A14 chip, they want an Apple TV that's affordable, which Apple is said to be working on, right? Later this year, we're supposed to be getting maybe like an Apple TV stick, which you know how I feel about sticks. But as always with rumors, we only see the spec part of the story. Maybe there's a gaming controller coming out with this. You remember that rumor from years ago that Apple was working on a controller and additional gaming functionality for the Apple TV? Maybe this is it, right? Maybe the A14 is it. But I'm not gonna believe it until I see it because we've heard the story a million times for the Apple TV. Now, finally, I'm rounding out this video with the MacBook Air, the M2 design. When are we gonna get our hands on it? According to Mac rumors and also me, I don't usually say these things, but I heard the same thing. I was about to publish the story and then they beat me to it. It's this whole thing. But Mac rumors, according to them, the MacBook Air is launching on July 15th. Launching meaning it will be on your doorstep. You can pick it up in Apple stores then, which suggests that pre-orders will probably take place just a week earlier on July 8th. So we are just a week or 2 away from getting our hands on the new MacBook Air, which is great. And I'm hyped for this, okay? I'm so ready to see M2 in a proper package. This is an all new, fresh look, colors, midnight. Bro, we're getting like midnight. Oh, we're getting midnight on a computer. This is so good. Anyway, guys, that is all your Apple news for today. Of course, keep it locked and loaded here so you never miss a beat. I've been Sam Cole. I hope you're doing well, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace.